I think you have to be really careful, you know? I feel like also when you're younger, because I remember I went to a conservatory program, we were talking about acting schools and stuff, and I loved it, but I was at 20, like 19, 20, I was so obsessed with trying to get it right. And they're teaching you a method of sorts, and this was the Meisner thing, and I stuff didn't click in for me until like 10 years later anyway.
Right.
Because it's not, I think it's you're just too young to kind of, you just want to get it, you want to please that person.
Yeah, that's right.
It gets really tricky if you put, all your eggs in one person's basket.
The book on the method that just came out about the history of the method and all the different techniques.
Well, a few people out there have ruined it for all of us on the method.
But he actually talks about like what's being labeled as the method now is like one little branch that is not at all what I mean. Like anybody that's doing script analysis and even deciding to do objective and tactics and obstacles is a type of method from the Stanislavski. But they specifically talk about in the very, very beginning, one of the mandates was if you are trying to get it right, or you have a teacher that's telling you that you have to get it right, you've missed the whole point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, there's everything you read on the method on the internet right now is completely wrong. Like, it's just become this ominous thing because
and an excuse for bad behavior.
Self-serving for certain people. But I think at the end of the day, it's really what you make it your own. Like, there's never been a textbook per se of how to do anything. I feel like it's just you have to just kind of try things out and just see like what works for you or not. You know, and but as long as you're curious enough to kind of go out there and I guess that was the only thing that I loved about. You know, I have a soft spot for the Stella Adler videos and stuff only because it just reminds you that you've been this has been going on for a while. There used to be something really noble about it. You know, you were part of history. Like, that was when I went to acting school. They were like, do you understand? Like, people have gone on this thing and that I feel like gets lost a little bit now. And that's the only thing that kind of, when I look back at the older books and those teachers, it just makes you feel like, oh, you know, there was something here that should be preserved.
A nobility about it.
Yeah.
You know, last time I did a play, it was like 20 years ago, and it was Romeo and Juliet, and it was like in an outdoor amphitheater up in Berkeley, and it was so much fun. It was during the summer. It was one of those like summer Shakespeare festival things, and I remember it was kind of a profound moment where one night I was like, oh my God, this is. It felt like a noble profession because at the time I was really struggling down here to get guest spots and stuff, but went up there and did this, and like people are driving there, they're getting their wine and snacks and watching you, and we're entertaining them for the evening, and then they go home and we take our costumes off. It just felt like a really and it was this really old play that we're doing, that people have been coming and drinking wine and watching outdoors for hundreds of years. And it kind of hit me that, yes, this is a noble profession. And I think that's important to remember.